Okay, so this here shouldn't be too long. There was this story that came up that I saw, and it was this video where they say from Sky News Australia here. They say fiery confrontation erupted on ABC's Q&A over pro-Russian question. So I watched this video, and I'm not going to talk about whether I'm pro or against Russia or give my comments on the whole Ukraine-Russia situation. I have my opinions on it, but let's be serious. I'm no expert in global politics or anything, so I don't know the intricacies of all the relationships between Ukraine and Russia. Maybe I'll do a video on it. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But so it says fiery confrontation. So we're gonna hear what this host of the particular program in the Q&A said. So here we go. We're gonna play this here. It's fairly short, um, like 40 seconds or something. Here
Ejected from the audience by host Stan Grant.
You supported what's happening, hearing that people are dying, and can I just say I'm just not comfortable with you being here. Could you please leave? I've been. It's really no, Sasha. I'm sorry. You can ask a question. You can ask a question, but we cannot advocate violence. I should have asked you to leave then. It's been playing on my mind, and I'm sorry, but I have to ask you to leave, please.
Okay. Could I?
No. Please. Just out of respect. Just no, please. We're not having the conversation, Sasha. We can't have people advocating violence.
Okay, so there we go. So it's like whatever, 30 seconds. Now, I could be wrong, but nothing in that seemed fiery to me. That seemed like the host was saying, I don't like what you have to say or what you had to say, so we're asking you to leave and we're kicking you out. Now, do I think that that is pretty poor form on the host's position? Yeah, absolutely I do. This guy should be allowed to sit there. He's obviously made his comment. And frankly, I don't see the big deal about, even if he did call for violence, okay? Even if he did call for violence, I don't see the big deal. But let's hear what he had to say here.
As someone who comes from the Russian community here in Australia, I've been pretty outraged by the narrative created by our media depicting the Ukraine as the good guy and Russia as the bad guy. Believe it or not, there are a lot of Russians here and around the world that support what Putin is doing in the Ukraine, myself included. Since 2014, the Ukrainian government, together with Nazi groups like the Azov Battalion, have besieged the Russian populations in the Donbass, killing an estimated 13,000 people.
Okay, so there you go. So never mind that the most offensive thing about this guy, I think, is his haircut rather than anything he has to say. But he may have gone on to say that he's calling for the death of people. But so what? To me, I'm sorry, so what? The guy has his position, he states it. And if you've got this big panel of people, and let's see here, right? Boom, look at this. We got all these people up here and around this table, plus it looks like maybe somebody on a video screen. Big freaking whip. These people here can all just turn around and say, no, that's a stupid opinion. Here's why it's a stupid opinion. And then refute him. You don't have to kick the guy out. Why do you kick him out? What's the big deal? And where is the fiery confrontation? Again, I come back to this because perhaps it is just my misunderstanding, or maybe somebody has changed the dictionary's definition of certain words while I wasn't looking, because I know it's happened with the definitions of racism. That gets changed while I'm not looking. But I kind of think fiery confrontation, I'm thinking something a little bit more volatile than this, which seems really quite civilized. But I watched a video the other day as well, and it was one of those like from Audit the Audit or something like that, where they talk about police behavior, and there was some guy who went in and he was asking about parking and can I park here for more than 2 hours without getting a ticket or something. And there was this comment where somebody says, what's the big deal? Like, this guy just freaking asked this question. And I don't see what, like, he was arrested for basically asking, am I going to get a ticket if I park here for more than 2 hours? And then all these responses to him were people saying, well, if he hadn't been so angry, and if he hadn't have been irate, and if he hadn't have been so aggressive. And I'm watching the video, and I actually went back and I watched it again. I watched it a second time because when I'm reading these comments, I'm thinking, where is this guy getting aggressive? And the person he was talking to at the counter called 911, and the police came in and they said, we got a report that there was somebody here irate. But I'm watching all the video footage, and there's no irate to be seen. There's nothing. There's no aggression. There's just a guy who's asking a question. And then when he starts getting hassled, he gets clearly frustrated. But that's it. So I don't know why these sort of extreme words like fiery or irate seem to now be anytime anybody just even raises their voice over just a calm, like NPR, CBC radio kind of tone where everybody's just talking like this. And everybody, now coming up next, we've got a great story about a woman who turned her home knitting business into something that would help the needy and the homeless. Where they talk in that stupid fake soft voice, where suddenly anything above that becomes fiery or irate or aggressive. I just don't get it. Have we all really become so soft that any kind of firmness or any kind of passion in a voice suddenly becomes viewed as, this kind of irrational, fiery element? I don't understand it. I see it everywhere, and I hear people talk about these things, and I just think, like, when did the world become such pussies that they cannot handle just a little bit of disagreement and people getting a little bit fired up about their opinions? It's no big deal. Like, people raise their voice. It doesn't mean they're freaking out. It just means they're maybe getting impassioned by what they're talking about. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The world's going crazy. I'm telling you.